Good morning, welcome to the Rune and Tarot Pick. I'm here in the studio as normal. I have healing sessions in today. If you do live near me and you would like to come by the studio for a healing session or reading or just dropping in for a coffee, then please do get in touch. I also do sessions online as well, so if you live too far away we can always work online together. So just closing your eyes, take a moment to breathe into what your rune of today is going to be. So just take a moment. Hopefully by now these videos give you a little bit of a break from whatever it is you're doing. That's my intention here with it. I hope you enjoy it. Let's see. Okay, we have Kenaz. Now I love Kenaz. This is one that tends to come out a lot in my group sessions. Kenaz is like a beacon of light. It's like a torch that you hold up that illuminates everything. It illuminates the things that you don't really want to look at. The things that, say if I'm working with Kenaz with a client, it will illuminate and highlight things that need to be seen, perhaps that are more in the subconscious, and we bring them more into the conscious mind. That can be a scary process for some. It can be a little bit daunting. And we can drop into places unexpected as well. We can drop into places that can make us feel a little bit uncomfortable, make us want to repel, to move away from something. When something's healthy for us, when something feels different to what we normally experience, we can have a bit of a struggle with that. And because it doesn't feel comfortable, we can sometimes get comfortable in our uncomfortableness, in patterns and things that have affected our lives, and it can be difficult to understand, actually this is what's been buried within me for a while, now it's come to the surface, and you can then discern, okay, can I work towards releasing this? And there is work involved in that, and that's usually the point where some people decide it's time to stop, cut ties, move away, do whatever, or you can stay and do the work and find that there's growth in that. It takes you to a better place. I'm going to pick a card to go with that. I love Kenaz. It is a good rune to work with. It's where the magic happens. It's where a lot of things change. A lot of changes happen. So that's what's coming right now for us, is there's changes. Oh, okay, we're back to the Ten of Wands. We had this one the other day. So there is work involved, and I feel like you are coming round to the idea of you've illuminated this, you recognise this within yourself, and you're willing to do the work. Do you remember I said the other day, you might not have listened to the video, but if you have, it's about sort of like, you know, you've got to build those steps yourself before you can achieve the outcome, what you're looking for. But it's in the building, it's in those blocks that you're building there, in those steps that you're building, where the growth and the learning happens. You learn a lot about yourself, your stamina, your ability to stay in something uncomfortable, your ability to own and be accountable for your actions or your way of being, understand yourself, and you get to decide then, okay, do I just continue down the same old path, doing the same old things, running away from something, or do I stay and see if I can actually grow within the situation? Yeah. So I want to talk as well with this about so say for instance, if you see this person here, would you have pity for this person? Would you feel like, oh, look at them, they're carrying all those sticks? It's a difficult thing to do, and sometimes Kenaz can bring out in people a feeling of overwhelming emotion. And I've worked with this before. It can sort of highlight things that can't really be changed right now, or things that it's already happened. You can't change the past, you can't change anything that's happened to you or anything that you've done to yourself. All you can do is acknowledge that's where you were at that time, that's what you needed at that time, and now you know better, you do better. So I want to talk about the difference between empathy and sympathy on this one. And you could sympathise with this person, and basically that's your perspective of what you're seeing in that person, as to what struggle they've got going on. okay? Whereas empathy is more about having compassion and understanding for that person, yeah? So there's a difference, and you might find when you work with Kenaz that you get those sides from people where it's sort of like, you know, they may feel sorry for you. Like I've had situations before where I've sat personally speaking to a counsellor or somebody, and they've just sat there and gone to things that I've said, which I found really patronising. So this is about that, you know, how do you feel about yourself? Do you feel like you're sympathetic to things, which has a place? It definitely has a place. But sometimes staying in that place, you can start to spiral down into a bit of self-pity, which isn't a good place. So then it's empathising with, okay, that happened to me. That's where I was at that point, but that's not where I am now. And what I'm willing to do now is change the pattern, change the outcome, and do the work that's necessary to get there, knowing that that's there. And there might be some grieving involved in working through that, but you get to decide from this point now, how do I move forward now from this? What do I do? And one mantra I've always used is just do the right thing. Do what feels right at this point right now. We only have this present moment. What's in the past is in the past, it's not right now. What's in the future, we just don't know yet. So you can only work with what you have right now and the tools that you've got. So I hope this finds you well. I've got clients today, but I do have a little space in the middle of the day and also this evening after my children have gone to bed, where I will be available to do some online readings. So do drop me a message on Instagram if you would like a reading. Have a wonderful day. Blessed be.